Greetings, Earthlings, wisdom keepers, wisdom seekers. Welcome back to WizdomDropz, your source for daily drops of wisdom and savvy cat astrology. Meow. My name is Tonia, and today we are discussing the full moon eclipse in the sign of Gemini for you, Cancers, Ascendant, Sun, or Moon. If you are a Cancer, Ascendant, Sun, or Moon, this video is for you, baby. Now, by the end of this Cancer, you're going to understand what's going on with this eclipse. How do you navigate it? And what can you expect for the next 6 months? Literally 6 months in time. Because eclipses bring fated events, destined events, karmic events that are already written in the scrolls, if you will. And this is going to be impacting all of us for the next 6 months, Cancers. So where does this fall for you? What can you expect? How do you deal with it? All that good, juicy details. But before we do, Cancers, 3 quick announcements. Number one, make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. If you're not subscribed already, what is you doing? I put out a video every single day of the week. If you are subscribed, love you. Number two, like this vid because it helps other Cancer beings out there get the down low on what to expect. And that's just the groovy thing to do, is to share information. That's why we're here on the WizdomDropz platform like that. You feel. Number three, put us a comment down below, Cancers. Let us know what is going on in your Cancerian life and how this eclipse cycle you think is going to affect you and where you can kind of see it playing out based on what we're talking about today. Now that I've done all that, let us get into the screen sharing, shall we, and look at what is actually going on under this eclipse. I'm going to be sharing 3 minutes of my insight starting meow. Now, Cancers, if you're a Cancer, this new beginning and also ending is happening in your 12th house. Now, it's a new beginning because the moon is with Rahu, or the North Node, which is always about bringing in the new, bringing in the next, right? In any given chart. But it's an ending because it's also a full moon. You can also check out the vid I did on this overall eclipse. That's like a thing you can watch on the YouTube channel. Just go back to recent uploads. But it's a full moon, so it's something that's coming to a head. It's something that's coming to a closure. It's something that's ripened. It's fully ripened. If you think about once something is ripe, what happens? It starts to decay. It goes away. So it's like an ending. It's a peak point, and it's an ending of something. It's already come to fullness. It's already come to fruition. Okay, Cancers? And this new beginning through an ending is happening in your 12th house. So this is your subconscious 12th house. This is your spiritual life 12th house. This is your retreat, where you're in retreat and isolation, 12th house, where you deal with foreign lands that are far away and secluded, 12th house. Maybe you deal with people in more prison or like institution kind of environments, or just anywhere that's like totally hidden and taboo, like off-grid lifestyle, something like that. There's a new beginning and ending there for you as a Cancer under the next 6 months of influence. So something in relation to your subconscious, your psyche. Also, like I say, like you could be going off grid if you're a Cancer. That's more than a possibility with this type of energy. But you're thinking deeply about these things at this time. And the other thing I'll draw your attention to, regardless of what that means for you, even if you're like a Cancer in an ashram type of environment, is that Venus is opposing Uranus at the same time. And this is happening from your 5th house, Venus, and Uranus in your 11th house of Taurus. So there is some surprise, some shock. Uranus is the planet of shock and surprise in relationship to value and worth from the perspective of maybe your children, if you have children, 5th house, or your creative projects. Maybe through your creative projects, 5th house Venus right here, are coming to some sort of revelation in your awareness of your networks. And this is an auspicious axis, so this is really good. While the 12th house is like a house of, it can be considered a house of loss, right? It's the joy of Saturn. The 5th house and the 11th house are very joyful houses. This is the joy of Venus, and look, you have Venus there, gorgeous. The 5th house, and the 11th house is the joy of Jupiter, so it's networks, expansion, okay? And you have Uranus there conjunct the part of fortune, implying that there's going to be epiphanies, Uranus, that allow you to understand how to make money and resources and gain gold, basically, part of fortune conjunct Uranus, from that 11th house of networks. People in your networks might give you a really good idea for how to turn your passion projects, 5th house, into money makers. Or in another vibration, maybe some Cancers out there are learning how to turn their kids into money makers, as terrible as that sounds. But maybe you have like a talented child who you're learning has like a real gift that you can like somehow economize, that's like in harmony and consent with your child, of course, you know, nothing weird. But It's in the sign of Scorpio, so it is what it is. It could be like capitalizing upon other people's assets, but just make sure if you're doing that, it's like really healthy, because Venus is not in the best uh, dignity there, and I don't want you to like in some way like exploit your kids, but you know what I'm saying, I think. That's been 3 minutes. I think that you're going to have a lot of newness in your spiritual life, and a lot of interesting karma and fate play out in those more spiritual realms. So I would definitely encourage all the Cancers out there, you're a really spiritual sign as it is. Stay spiritual and don't get into the dramatics of things. Just stay more spiritual for the next 6 months. I think it's going to like serve you to really go zen, so to speak, or just deeper into your soul. Okay, Cancer? Okay. With that said, through next time, until next time, may the stars be with you, and be sure to subscribe and like and comment and all that jazz. Okay, see you.